It's not raining this week, but actually it did rain earlier this morning, so obviously I have no idea what I'm talking about. What was your first speed cube? It was a Type F2. What curbing events will there be? I'm actually kind of working on that right now. There's going to be a bunch of different ones. Do regular cube covers work on pure minxes? If no, where can I get cube covers that do? Well, Cubes for Speed cube covers work on all of the events. They're fantastic. They even work pretty well for clock. A lot of other cube covers just don't. But I mean, pretty much all pure minxes fit under any cube covers. Pure minxes actually aren't that large for boxes. Can my cat participate in curbing? Yes, please. What are your two top favorite cube stores, not Cubes for Speeds? Well, Cubes for Speeds isn't a cube store, it's cubesforspeed.com. Fantastic site. I'd probably have to say eBay and the buy-sell trade section of the speed solving forums. Would you consider going to Slow and Steady? I would. I've looked into it a bit when it first got set up, especially since it got set up so early. There's a better chance that I'd go, but still a lot of stuff would have to work out for me to get there. Is TPS important when needing to get sub 30? A lot of people say no, and I would say no also. It's not very important. Your solution has a lot more to do with being sub 30. If you're better at one hand, can you use one hand for two hand? Yes, people have done this in the past, and it's not very common though. Are you and your sister going to KCubing Spring 2016? Guys, I've received a lot of questions about am I going to KCubing? I think it's time to figure out why. I think we'll start by looking at the last KCubing competition. It was November 7th, 2015, and the winning average was 989. Now this may not sound like much until you go back just about exactly a year earlier to November 1st, 2014, where there was a Lawrence competition in Kansas, and the person who won their best single during the entire competition was 989. This and the such similar dates obviously means the competitions were connected. If we take a look back at the dates, being November 1st and November 7th, if you take away 1 from 7, what are you left with? 6. So we have the number 6, but that doesn't mean very much. So we'll take a look back at the 989 single. That places you 1,468th in the world if it is your current personal best for 3x3 single. And who has this 3x3 single? None other than Brandon Lin. Brandon is currently second in the world for square one single with a 737. But what is Brandon known for more than square one? That's right, pure minx. At his second competition, where he competed in pure minx, he got second place with an 852 average and a 680 single. This was at SJC 2012. After all of this investigating, we can see that the number 2 has occurred very many times here. Now this may not seem like it has anything to do with the questions people have been asking me or even the Kansas City competition, so we'll look back at Kansas competitions of the past. And who has been to more Kansas competitions than any other person? That's right, David Warner. David's been to 5 Kansas competitions since 2011. That leaves us with the odd number 5. If we take a look back at all 3 numbers, we're left with 625. What is 625 known for, you ask? Your mind will be blown when you hear it is known for not only David Warner's clock world record single of 6.25 seconds, but his 2x2 former personal best average of 6.25 seconds. So I think it is safe to say that the reason people are asking me all of these questions is because of David Warner's former personal best 2x2 average of 6.25 seconds. I spent like 3 hours looking all this up just so I could say 625 a whole bunch of times.